Hello and welcome to How to Rapamod. Today we've got the evic VT and printed. Right, let's see how we get on. First of all, I'm going to start with the main section. And simply line up with your fire button, centralise it in the cutout as best as you can. It's not easy. Right, pick it up, have a look. It looks pretty central, but just pull the wrap around and see if it lines up with your charging port, and mine does. Now the problem with the VT is this hump. It's bigger at the top than it is at the bottom. There's virtually none at the bottom and there's quite a bit at the top, so as you wrap round it tends to throw the wrap off. So it is really hard to get these on and level. Let's give it a go. Right, so that's lined up. Now the printed isn't bubble free, so you do have to be careful. Blimey, blimey, someone really wants me for something. Alright, so you do have to be careful of air bubbles. I've got a bit of one there. If you do, just push it back down. It's probably that market demon wraps in it, eh? After me for summer. Right, and you've got the front down. I mean, doing this one, you do need to make sure that the wrap is warm, and it's a warm day. I'm in here, I'm sweating, so the wrap is really pliable. If you're doing it in the house, just let it get to room temperature. Give it a bit of a blast with an airdryer first. You do want it quite warm to be able to do this on this one. I wouldn't heat around there. I did it with mine, and the cover on the screen has started to deform a little, so it's not very thick, that bit of plastic there, so be careful. This is why I heat the wrap up first, get it pliable. Right, what we're going to do is pull the wrap and level it up along the bottom. There should be a very slight gap, so you can just about see a mod from the front. Alright, that looks nice and level. Now, with firm pressure, you want to smooth it around that edge there, working your way upwards, because we've got this hump here and there's very little at the bottom and it gets bigger at the top. So if you work from the bottom up with that, pushing the vinyl right down into that bit of a recess as you get up there, and smooth it along the top of the hump. I can see a bit of an air bubble there, so I'll do it again there. Now with this side, push the bottom down first, and again from the bottom up, pushing quite hard into that recess, because you want to get the vinyl down into there, and then smooth it around the corner, and there we go. I am using a new finish on the vinyl. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's fingerprint resistant, and it's got a bit of a matte finish to it, so it's not got that gloss that the other one had, which could kind of make it feel slippy and slimy. This it feels nice in the hand. It's got a bit of a texture to it, but no fingerprints. let's carry on. This side, just smooth that corner a little bit, and what you want to do is the same as before. You want to take this and line it along the bottom, so there's very little gap. There is a bit more of a gap on this side, and like I said, it's the humps that throw it, but you can slightly stretch the vinyl to try and make it even, and I can see a little bit more that side than I can that side, but it is a fraction. I'm perfectly happy with that. So when you're happy with that, smooth it around. Now start from the bottom and push that vinyl in up against that hump. Really firm pressure you're going to need. And now on top, push it to the center and down. If you do go in air bubble, pull it back, get rid of the air bubble, off you go again. Right, now this side, from the bottom down, then up that side, firm pressure, getting it right the way in there, and now work around here, and there is a bit of an overlap on this, and I've had to make it so there is a bit of an overlap because of the way it kicks off. So you will find that one side of the vinyl is slightly slanted to try and account for that kicking off. Because the first ones I tried, you ended up with a little bit of an overlap there and a gap at the top. So I've adjusted my template slightly for these, and there you go. Let's see if I can get you a good shot of it. Yeah, there is a bit of an overlap, but you can't really feel it that much. Along the one edge you will see a slightly white edge to the print vinyl. If that bugs you, you can get a pencil or something and just rub it along, just to fade it back. But once you've had it in your hand and the oil and dirt and all that off your hands, it'll soon fade. Some will have more overlap than others. It depends how warm the vinyl is, how much you've stretched it during putting it on. But there you go. Right, this bit, which is the button, the bit that goes on the button, some people will use it, some people won't, but I have scratched the top of my button just by pruning it down in the car. Now if there's a pattern that goes through, you can line the pattern up, and I find this bit quite hard to get on central. Give it a press, job done. There you go. Not that you can see much on that. Next bit, if I can get it off, is this. If you look down, just centralize within that. It's not easy, this one. Shoot, you've got two things that you're trying to line up at the same time. There you go. Happy with that. The last bit. If you find on any of the printed that the backing starts to come off, That's because I've cut slightly deep, and sometimes it happens. Yeah, but if that happens, if you just curl the back in, and hopefully it will pop off. I don't do it very often, but sometimes I forget to reset the depth after I've been doing other vinyls. So centralise that. An easy piece like that, I'm not going to mess it up. If you mess it up like I have, just lift it. And there we go. Alright, let's give you a look at this if I can. Well, obviously, that's me, rapamod. Round onto the front. And then you've got Demon Raps, who's my partner in crime, who does all the custom designs. And I knew I'd go the wrong way. There you go. Rapamod. Slight overlap there on top. It seems pretty level at the top all the way around. Like I say, not the easiest to fit these ones. Yeah, bit of a gap at the bottom, bit of a gap there. There has to be a bit of a gap there, because if it's too close, when you're putting it down, it'll start catching, and if you put it inside your pocket or something, it'll catch and then start to come off from there. But there's no catching whatsoever at all. I mean, if I look at the button, yeah, I was pretty square with that, so not bad at all. And I don't know if this camera will show it, but the new vinyl, and no fingerprints whatsoever. It has got a bit of a texture to it. I don't know if you can hear it. No, but no fingerprints. Scratch resistant, so a good scratch. Nothing. And the best of luck with these. Okay, thank you very much.